Alrighty folks, this is why you drag yourself out of bed in the morning. This is why you cry yourself to sleep at the night. Spring has sprung, the birds are chirping, and the Buffalo Sabres are up 1-0 in the series over the Boston Bruins. The boys are on their way downtown. It's a knives out night. We're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna see how the knives out experiment goes. We're gonna take it one step at a time, just like how the Sabres need to take this game tonight. One step at a time, one shift at a time. Let's skate harder, let's hit harder, and that'll ultimately get it done. Let's go, Buffalo.
I get ready to fish.
But look at the war.
They're better though. What's wrong with non-official? What's going on? Like the game day Buffalo economy isn't booming. It's like basically like crypto in 2021. What's your score prediction tonight?
I'm gonna go 4-2 Sabres.
That's how the first time always goes.
That's why the first. Yes, exactly.
That's a foreboding Sabre. What's the prediction here?
2 power play goals.
Alrighty, folks, downtown Buffalo, other half brewing. Make some noise! I know, we've got a pulse again. It's blue skies outside, Slick. We've got Sabres playoff back in the Saberhood.
Playoffs are back. We got 20 degrees more than we did on Sunday. If you're ready to whoop these Boston Bruins ass again and send these massholes packing back to Boston, give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah! It's a damn good thing we're at the biggest beer garden in Buffalo with plenty of IPAs, lagers, pilsners, whatever you want on tap. Shout out to the European Wax Center joining us, and of course, our main sponsor, William Matar. If you're hurting a car, call 4.
All I know is that Boston's about to feel like they were hit by a car after tonight, so they might as well start dialing 4. With everyone here, let's keep having a great party with Game Day Buffalo. We've got the Game Day Buffalo czar, John here. Shout out for making it happen. John, pretty good vibe here at the pregame.
Great vibes. I don't know what Boston fans you saw, Slick, but I didn't see any assholes even drive back up the 90, so I think we're good.
All right, well, with that said, it's time to get down to business. Like, we're not waiting 52 minutes to get to the party here at Other Half. We are already rocking, so shout out to everybody who got a VIP ticket and went with Game Day Buffalo. We got the DJs rocking. With that said, there's only one thing for tonight. Slick, it's
Ooh, ah, Sabres on the warpath. 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 My guy's hitting his helmet. We are ready to hit the DJ booth. Let's spin that shit. Fuck Boston, baby. Boston. Woo! Yeah. Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. Woo! Ha! Sabres on the warpath. Woo! Ha! Sabres on the warpath. Woo! Ha! We need another one.
It hit it. The pasta was too packed in.
No, we need to have Mariani.
It was vertical. Go. Pasta. 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 Pasta.
Fuck you, Boston! Here, take this. Put it up your mouth. Let's go.
Right, so usually this is a Bills game that we do this prediction wise for. Eyes watering. She's crying at how like emotional that pasta punching bag was.
I want to punch him.
You're gonna get your punch in for sure.
Okay, good.
But obviously not a Bills game.
No.
We're in game 2. Sabres. The first time you made it out. I don't want to like dox you for the first one.
Really,
But
you
what
have to.
What are we expecting game 2? Now that you're in attendance, is it gonna go better?
No, I'm not going in the game.
I know you're not, but like
But
you're here.
okay,
You're here. We're partying.
yeah, I think it is gonna go better. I mean, not to say that the last game wasn't good. We were all over them. Like the shots on net were fucking insane. We just couldn't fucking put it together. But after seeing that game, I have such confidence. I feel so good. I think that might be like a little 3-1 action. I think Darlene's gonna rip one from the blue line. I think it's gonna be so great, and yeah.
All right, and the
Yeah.
people want to know:
What?
is the handle gonna get changed to Buffalo Sabres?
No, absolutely
Never?
not. No, and if someone does that, then you're weird. If someone copies me,
You're weird. You might get a season
someone
to
asked
sit.
me, what if someone does that?
You might get a C and D, even though she didn't do it yet. So yeah, go. Bye.
A C
Go
and D, I
Sabres.
know.
Another one.
So we gotta let him breathe for a second. We gotta let pasta breathe.
Go. I know. Yeah.
I want a full set. Boston, man.
Oh no! Get in there and slap his ass with the pasta.
Pick up the pot. Nah. Toodles, Boston.
It's only gonna make it like.
Like everyone's recording.
Oh, he hit back.
Hey, get him again.
Okay.
TKO.
Oh, you don't want to see it.
You don't want to see it.
You don't want to see
You
it.
don't want to see his base layer.
All right, if you had to kill Ben Affleck or Matt Damon, who would you choose?
Both.
I would kill Ben Affleck because he fucked fucking Jennifer Lopez.
They did to my boy.
Oh, pasta's coming
Sending the
out.
pasta flying.
Oh.
Oh, the double up. The running straight. Oh, with the follow up. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
That's it.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. All right. That's it. The headshot.
The window, and then put the water cart on the seat.
This is the side you don't see. Returning the corpse. Yo, what up, Jersey Twin?
Hell yeah.
So I can get this video up, I need one of you guys to buy me a beer.
I got you.
So I can't wait. So I don't wait in this line. and
This
edit.
sounds like the oldest trick in the book. This literally.
I need it. I need to edit this.
Dudes, I can get this video up, but I need a beer.
Conditions.
All right. You know what? We're gonna sign you to this deal. The one video, Picasso's, fire it out. One beer. Let's go. Lindy Ruff needs to force these Bruins to play in a phone booth in this first period.
Yeah. Get in the phone booth. Contact.
There he is. What do we need to do this first period?
Go! We gotta score a goal first.
Playoffs, there's just nothing like it.
No, I've seen all the videos. The Sabres fans, here to get tonight's game started. Please welcome.
Let's go!
Place went nuts. Uko just got a breakaway save on the damn power play. The refs just seem to be calling the most ticky-tack shit in this series so far. Another penalty coming up on Buffalo. They got an extra man.
Bigger than yours.
Ref, you suck! Ref, you suck!
Letting them hear it here during the power kill.
Refereeing has been absolutely atrocious, but they finally got one right. Sabres on the power play. 30 seconds left in the period. We're going to be on the power play in the beginning of the second period. I mean, let's go.
Same started last game, basically. Sabres all over them, but Bruins hanging in there 0-0. Oh no. Alright guys, good job, Uko Pekka.
Sign up. Benny, sign up.
Alright.
And we're fucked.
Krebsy Langwood! Krebsy Langwood! Tage hitting.
Play a little more wood.
Oh my god, we almost got that.
Fast, come on. In front. Send it! Another shot.
Quinn Siders.
Up top.
Oh, we're kind of buzzing. We're kind of buzzing. Oh, we blocked our own shot.
I'm pretty sure Sturm told his team to go out, cheap shot behind the play, and then wait till the ref's looking and take a dive.
I don't know what crypto platform they've got these refs paid through, but it's ridiculous. The same thing is happening for the Sabres as happening for the Bruins. You can't allow it, Slick.
They can't get it both ways. It's like, you just can't have it fair for fair. Nothing is going right. The Zebras need to get it together. Let's go, Bruins.
I mean, you're the tougher, stronger team, and you're diving, you're taking dives. What is this, Mighty Ducks 1?
Sabres are down 1-0. 1-0. Boston gets on the board first. Arvidsson or whatever his name is.
I mean, clearly we're trying to match the grit. They're out gutting us per se, even though we're taking the Lindy.
The elderly woman next to us just said Connor Timmins is a piece of shit.
Completely unacceptable in the playoffs. There is no excuse you can make for that. 3 to 5 minutes of great Sabres pressure ruined by a bouncer from the red line. UPL's getting cooked because of that one.
Come on. Fuck. Tage. Oh no. Fuck. Alright, offensive zone face-off. The Sabres have like 4 shots on goal the last 20 minutes.
We got the offensive zone possession. McLeod has got to get the offensive zone set up here.
Who had a face-off win?
Right to the Loger. Down low.
And then win.
Looking for a shot. Hey, at least he goes to net. Run! They're ready for it.
Zucker tried to make it happen. It's gonna be icing. It's gonna be icing.
Net.
I think they did. I think that was a save. Oh. Oh. What can you say about that period? It just felt like Boston is like, I mean, you know, they're playing better for sure, but they just wanted more too. Like they're working out there. We can't win faceoffs. We won a lot of faceoffs at the end of the period, but we're getting crushed there for a bit. It's just tough. They might go down, but they're not going down without a fight. You had Tage, you had Darlene, you had them all throwing hands right there. All right, so no shutout for Swayman. It's life support. It's half in a coma.
The heart is beating.
The heart is beating.
Timeout Boston!
Spread it.
Shut.
Rotate. You got it. Just rotate up. Hold that in. You still got it. Wanna play Krebsy? Come on, Krebsy. On that. All right, icing. Fine.
Buffalo's second goal, scored by number 19, Peyton Krebs.
What the fuck was that?
Assist number 26.
No, we're not gonna get there.
Alex Tuck. Krebs from Darlene and Tuck.
Set it up. Oh, in front! Take for my under 6.5. 20 seconds to go.
26 to go. It looks like we're going to be revving up. Series tied at 1.
Series tied at 1. Series tied at 1. You got to find a way. Play better. In the first 50 minutes. Plain simple.
Final thoughts after the game 2.
Just couldn't tough it out. Not enough grit. Not enough traffic in front of the net.
Too late of a start.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, starting this late in the third period, UPL getting pulled as rough. We'll see if he's in for the next game. But hey, we're on to game 3. It must be keep the spirits tied.
Absolutely.
1-1 series. Cheers. Let's go.
Go
Sabres.
Sabres.
We all need a place where we can be ourselves. Somewhere you can leave all your worries on the shelf. And whether you win or lose, you can count on me. And I can count on you.
The train never stops.
This train never stops.
The train never stops.
This train never stops.
The train never stops.
This train never stops.
The train never stops. The train never stops.
Folks, welcome on in. It is a happy hump day. It is Trainwreck today, 98.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, 2 away from
Star
the big triple digit.
We got 2 away from the 100. Happy you're with us on this hump day, Wednesday, April 22nd. We are on NFL Draft Eve. We'll have Chris TRAPASSO in shortly to talk that with our expert. He knows everything in and out of the NFL and the draft. An expert, a guru, if you will. Speaking of gurus, we got Slick L on my left. Got Dreamboat Don on the 1s and 2s on my right. We got Rachel in the saddle. She's got a new setup. If the equipment attacks her, we're going to have a serious issue. And we've also got the chairman to make sure we're on our best behavior. Just checked out our vlog from Picasso's as we continue the playoff push for the Sabres. 1-1 series, Slick. We'll get into the rundown of the game, but what was your biggest takeaway now this morning, this day after?
UPL might not be him going forward. I think the rotation seriously needs to be looked at and considered. Lyon might get the nod for game 3, possibly 4. But I think the 70-30 of UPL of it all is going to be in serious jeopardy, Don.
Yeah, first goal, tough. I didn't like it, but I kind of let it go because he's getting breakaways against him while we're on the power play. So I was like, okay, I'll be a little forgiving to that. Let's in one from the red line. Absolutely no excuses. Can happen. He knows it can happen. And I know, you're kind of like, what is the guy supposed to say when they ask him after the game? But he kind of does that scoff laugh thing where he's like, huh, yeah, I mean, that's completely my fault. And my biggest thing with that is it's not just the goal. It was the timeliness of it. We're grinding. You saw in the vlog. We were in their end, putting on some solid pressure, 3 to 5 minutes. We're only down 1. And not only does that goal deflate the team, but just the whole arena just gets deflated after that, where it was hard to get any chance going from there forward until we got our first goal. I think Lyon's healthy. I don't care if the thing is, well, you don't want UPL's confidence to get hurt by benching him. This is not the time for that. It's time to win games, not worry about guys' confidence. And I'm starting Lyon game 3.
Wouldn't it, I guess we'll just get into it right away because this is the overarching, right?
This is topic A.
Again, I know. I wanted to kind of walk through the pregame. I kind of want to go, but okay, we'll jump right into the UPL overall. The biggest thing to me is that this team has not generated anything the first 40, 45 minutes of these games.
Correct.
Right? They need a spark. I think just as much as you're doing it to get a little pop in the goaltending side of things, you're doing it to wake the fuck up, Sabres. Right? You're kind of trying to give them a little smelling salt, Slick.
Yeah, for sure. Got to get your feet under you to start these games. Obviously, we talked about it in game one. This is very similar vibe how this game was started. The Bruins drag you down, jump on you early, and then just keep you there. And we couldn't get anything going. The shots, better shot selection and opportunities, giving up breakaways on the power play, though. I mean, obviously unacceptable. The power play continues to be a weak spot, even though, Don, we came away somehow with 2 power play goals. What do you got?
I have to say this on the UPL of it all.
Okay.
Before he let up the bad goals, there were a couple like big saves. There were a couple saves where it probably should have been 2-0. It probably should have been 3-0. But then the way we eventually got to 2-3-0, 4-0 was obviously unacceptable. So you can't have that. You can't have a backbreaker goal like the one from Geeky at center ice. Absolutely embarrassing. To me, I was in the intermission, pisser.
Yeah.
And I heard someone trying to say that was a bad bounce. That was a bad, like you got to give him a look. That puck did not go like in the corner of the net. Like it went in like a pretty middle area of the net. Like it was bad. That was a bad sequence.
Yeah, I mean, you got to play. I don't know if these guys, if Sweden even has baseball or Finland, sorry, UPL's Finnish. But yeah, got to treat it like a ground ball. Get your body in front of it.
I not have that square. It ended up like this.
It's actually pretty incredible that somehow we upped Swayman at his own game with letting in like a terrible goal from beyond the blue line.
Yeah. So I think, when we put all that into it, right, the team needs a boost. UPL is probably a little bit shook right now. Alex Lyon is a ferocious monster.
And speaking of the confidence, when he came in
and he was bricked up last night. I think we're getting the Lion King game.
And hey, what got us to this position was the rotation, and maybe it's a sign that we got to do that. But bottom line is, in the playoffs, you need consistency. Baseline consistency. That's the thing. UPL, he made some great saves, stopped a breakaway, but then what's in that one? Third period, it's absolutely sniped because his butt's like touching the goal line almost. He's so backfire in his net that an outside shot can squeak in. It's a great shot, but that's a shot that
it's a good shot. He should have made.
But that's a shot that Boston's been giving us. That Swayman's just been stopping because he's been out challenging guys and there's no traffic in front. So just switch it up. That being said, and maybe this will segue into the good vibes before the game. Vibes are still high. This team is great on the road. We're a great road team.
You saw in the vlog, fans are still fired up. I think fans are still very much fired up. Yeah, I mean, listen, it wasn't going to be easy. You weren't going to win everyone. If anything, I think the worry is that it feels like for 65 to 70% of these games that Boston has kind of squeezed us a little bit. They definitely squeezed us in the middle of last game. They definitely squeezed us a little bit like early third period in game one, end of first period in game one. I mean, that's the overarching concern for me. But let's get into the good stuff of yesterday. We were in the lot.
Agreed.
People were getting fired up. First off, before we even get to the other half, I'm seeing the Blade Boys are on the loose. I'm sorry. I'm all in on the Blade Boys.
Did you guys see someone tweeted out that they passed the Blade Boys in the van on the way to the arena and texted their friend, was like, not joking, just drove by a van full of grown men in full hockey equipment, driver, gloves on, and all on the steering wheel.
Also, we discovered that, so I think game one, we thought the Blade Boys were behind the dummy, but they were just, it's actually, did you see it? It's a clip. It was like an older guy that like saw it online and brought it out. So, because that was the thing. We saw the little kids beating the crap out of that dummy. Then, we see the Blade Boys roller skating down the street. So it kind of goes to show like that, multiple people, multiple fans having great ideas. We talked about inspiration, create this perfect storm of collaboration.
Wanting to beat Boston transcends being a, elderly person in Cheektowaga to being a youthful individual from North Tonawanda or Eden, Cornfest or North Towns. It doesn't matter. We're looking to beat Boston, and that's what this town wants to do right now. Slick, I know you had a powerful opinion on these youths taking the beatdown to this Boston dummy.
Yeah, I mean, the people that are up in arms about this just doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, where were you with the Hagels of it all? Where were you with the dummy and the Blade Boys on Sunday? I mean, we had a 6-year-old Chewbacca tackle our Brandon Hagel dummy and ground and pound him like John Bones Jones, basically.
Always let the Wookiee win.
And agreed. No one seemed to give a shit then, so I don't see why it's a problem now.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good, safe fun. You go to Boston for game 3 or 4, you're probably going to find Bruins fans fighting each other in the street instead of a dummy. So as far as I'm concerned, it's good that they're punching an inanimate object instead of what you're going to see in the masshole region. And we'll see if,
I got to give a hot or not. So we have other half, great tailgate, game day Buffalo. Great vibe there, as you saw. People going nuts. We have people turning out, great wings, great drinks at other half. Great spot. You get in the natural light. It's that beer garden downtown Buffalo. We have the pasta dummy set up. You're launching the pasta at him. Shout out John, the t-shirt cannon. Played very well.
Yeah.
But it ended up playing a lot better than I thought it would. I was like, this is going to be a mess. But when he ended up making that, when he properly packed the cannon, the physics paid off in that regard.
Yeah, that was awesome. I got a little overzealous. Started smacking it with some pasta inside.
You were so excited.
I was trying to do that to get everyone's attention, to be like, we're bringing this outside. Come follow us. But yeah, had the GR guys stop by, the morning GR guys.
Saw that. Love that. Love the respect.
Had some good,
some good banter.
Shop talk with them. Yeah. And then go outside. We shoot it with the cannon. Now here's the interesting thing is game day, known for the epic Bills tailgates, and a lot of people coming through, open arms, get on the bandwagon. If you're a Bills fan, not too familiar with the Sabres, come through. Not talking about John, obviously, but like the scene, the crew. So interesting thing happens as we see. We get the shout AA chant going.
Yeah,
John says no.
Questionable.
This is Sabres, and we get the Warpath going. So I think there is a friendly debate, and we kind of talking with the GR guys. I don't know if they talked about it on this show, on their show. I didn't tune in this morning. I'll have to look back. But how do we feel about Bill's shout song being in the Saberhood?
I don't hate it, but I don't like it. That's what I'll say.
I'm in the same boat. It's kind of like when they'll try to do the shout song at a wrestling event when they're in Buffalo. Like, there's no need, and we could be chanting other things that directly correlate more to what is actually going on. The Warpath is great. I think Let's Go Buffalo, like, you drum it up, can't drum it up better than that. So I don't hate it, don't love it.
Yeah, I like the Sabres specific chants. I'm all about one Buffalo, but like, imagine if you were like, ooh, Bills on the Warpath at a Bills game. Like people would look at you like, what the hell's going on? And plus the Warpath chant, I mean, that goes back to like the late 80s, much like the shout song.
Yeah,
like,
you're seeing people, I mean, they're hauling down a paper boy to get a newspaper so they can get down their Warpath for sure. I mean, that's culture, that's history for certain.
Yeah, exactly.
But speaking of noise being made, but for naught, Josh Allen banging the drum, massive crowd pop, obviously, as expected. To me, everything else was funnier, though. The presentation. Like, he's not in the typical drum spot.
No, they moved the drum for him.
He's in the Zamboni spot because he wanted to be ushered in. They didn't want anyone with access to this guy, which makes total sense.
I mean, it makes absolute sense given that the normal drum spot is literally like you could walk in through the aisle as it's happening.
This man is very respectful when he talks about Buffalo. He puts it on a pedestal. He always prioritizes Buffalo. Let's go Bills. Let's go Buffalo. He knows that if he wanted to Xerxes us and just walk on our backs while he did it, that we would literally just make a tower for him, because he gets the drum thing and he goes,
yeah,
and everyone just goes,
hold,
and then he hits it. Great rhythm. Throw the thing, the Corona pop, pretty good execution overall. Easily at a high 8 to a low 9. I wouldn't say it was perfect, but well done.
The let's fucking go before even drumming it up. Yeah, and the Corona chug. I thought it was very well done. I'll give it a solid 9.
Okay,
Josh
solid 9.
Getting the crowd going.
9. What do you think?
I give it the 9, especially because of the goat head tuck with the A. As
do you think
Don
it's in
said.
the D line?
I was going to say I give bonus points maybe a 9.5 because I think picking the tuck jersey was purposeful. He knows he's more central New York, but we'll give him honorary Western New York status, as Sabres were his team to be a fan of watching growing up. even though he's from Cuse. A lot of Cuse guys. Pretty much Cuse on West is normally Sabres country, so I'll give that to him.
Former teammate of Jake Micah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And just bittersweet though that we boys couldn't get it done. I don't like, we're seeing it all over the internet. Some hot takes about this. I hate to fuel the fire, but
no, don't fuel it.
But I seem to remember in the dark days of the Sabres, there was an interview when an anonymous person in the Bills organization said,
"Don't want to cross streams.
We don't want anything to do with the Sabres' problems right now." Probably was McDermott in hindsight that said that, because as Mr. Culture himself said, we don't want anything to do. I hate to be the heel on this. Love the boys being at the game. Love Josh doing it. But with the chance and the Bills of it all, we don't need their playoff juju right now. We don't need Bills playoff juju.
I don't think you hate to say it.
We don't need the Bills playoff woes infecting our boys back for the first time in 15 years. Love you, Josh. Love you guys. But yeah, I want the microscope on the Sabres organization. We need an alumni for Game 5.
Don's just mad that they brought the fan zam back for the Bills after they got rid of it when he stood up on it.
It's true. You did say you weren't supposed to stand up on it. You got in trouble. Yeah. JA17 also does the 50-50. It shows that no matter how much money you have, D-Gen tingles are unmatched.
Yeah, he would have donated all of it for sure. But
dude, that was a big pot. Everyone had to get in on
that. Was a CVS length receipt of numbers he had too. It just unfurled it out
it looked like one of Creek Degenerate's casino parlay tickets.
Okay. All right, let's lock in on this and the end of this game here. It really did, by the way. That's actually a great take by you. The power play. We scored 2 goals. Does anybody think the power play is feeling confident and good going into Game 3?
No.
Okay, I'm just making sure. So where are we at with it? I mean, because I think we even had Lindy Ruff asking Paul Hamilton. Paul Hamilton's like, why don't we try some different things? And Lindy Ruff was like, what would you try, Paul? Yeah. Literally, I think that happened last night.
We were listening.
And he was probably dead serious.
I remember what Paul's point was. Do you remember?
Don
I loved it. He said, what would you try, Paul? He's like, I don't know, maybe a guy like Melenstein. He was like, well, I'd have to disagree with you on that. Ruff just shut it down instantly.
It was kind of hilarious, that little back and forth. But Seth Appert, I mean, again, I'm here. The fact that I'm hearing a name of a guy who is not the head coach, who's not the GM, who's not the owner, who's not the friggin' anyone on the roster. It's just insane. And by the way, he's got PP in his name. How can he not be a good coach for the power play? We got to figure something out, though, right? Going into Game 3, we got to tweak something. We all agree.
Something's change.
I was a fool.
Yeah, I'm looking at the box score.
I'm going double fists on the wall for this power play right now, boys.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm looking at the box score. I don't know where. Maybe it was Game 1 we got this from, but last night we were we didn't get one. I don't know why a buddy was texting me. Last night
I was like, it doesn't feel.
I think we got one right after, which is why it felt like it. But yeah, they stink.
Donaganda.
Is it too much to ask just to not give up a breakaway at this point?
No, it's not.
It's ridiculous.
Why we haven't thought. By the way, our zone entry is our zone. We would have a better chance playing 5 infants out there and getting in the zone on the power play. What they do, but why don't we literally just do a soft 4-1 shell? We know we're better 4-on-4 anyway, and we would always have the insurance against the breakaway.
Just keep Stanley back there.
It's so crazy that it just might work, but it's so crazy that I think if Lindy even thought of that, he's like, no, can't do that.
Lindy would shut that shit down.
If I lined up 100 Sabres fans, this is not an exaggeration, 90 of them would say that we're better 4-on-4 than on the power play.
Yeah, no.
Why don't we just take a person out of the equation?
early on in the game, we had a 4-on-4, and I was hyped. I'm like, we got more speed, more open ice.
Yeah, awesome. That was feeling awesome.
Yeah, and the zone entry, I'm glad you brought that up. It's tough.
Pathetic.
Yeah. But I'm stuck in a hard spot because we're not we dump in chase and have a good forecheck, but where we thrive is, we talked about it, controlling the neutral zone, puck movement. And it just seems like they got sticks in all the right places where we come to go over the blue line, drop pass, sticked away.
Yep.
Maybe one little dangle, sticked away. I don't know, because that's the thing that we've always been great at, an even strength. Maybe we try, instead of a slap around the boards, we try a nice soft little flick. And if they're all standing in a line,
classic dump and chase.
I think that's what you
We
have
gotta go
to
dump
against
and
this
chase.
team, is where your far side winger is on the same page as whoever's got the puck, where he looks, and you time it where he that might be where Malenstein will be good. Have him turn up ice. Pick up
Honestly,
speed.
the guy we need to charge
honestly, Malenstein would thrive in that position. And with the type of coach Lindy is, I'm surprised he hasn't just told the guys dump and chase at this point. Soft little flick up on the crease, blue paint, and just go and get it.
With the type of coach we know Lindy is, we know his eyes are focused on victory tomorrow night in Boston to get Buffalo back up in the series. So it is time for Buy or Sell, sponsored by our friends at Victory Smokes, premium cannabis products for pre-rolls, for premium cannabis results. Coming soon to local dispensaries. Taste victory. Let's go. Sorry, folks. I lost the voice. I'm dry. I'm going on fumes here. We got the NFL draft in Game 3 tomorrow. I got to recover. I got to get in my hyperbaric chamber. But with that said, boys, it's time for Buy or Sell. We have cues for Thursday night, buying or selling, whether they'll happen. Ready to strap in and ready to go?
Yep.
Sabres score first in Boston.
I'm going to buy. I think we're going to come out with some fire under our skates and a purpose and try and quiet this barn early. This is going to be a coming out party for the Sabres on the road in the playoffs, and we're going to get the vibes back high. I'm still optimistic after last night, which is crazy.
Yeah, I'm buying. I got to buy. I mean, my heart tells me I got to buy, because if we go down 1 on the road, I'm not feeling good. I don't really want to imagine that scenario. So
I don't want to be negative. I think I gotta sell. I think that the Boston's gonna get a little burst being back home after what they just weathered these 2 games. I wouldn't be surprised if they got on us early. But on our next one, we have Lions starting Game 3. We're all buy on that.
I'm buying that.
Okay,
Yeah, big time buy.
So we're out
Give
on
it
that.
to me.
Massive draft scandal. So this is for tomorrow night. Within 2 hours of the draft, we know we all love a draft scandal. We all love some storylines going. Is someone going to have some tweets leak? Will there be a photo hack? Will there be anything within 2 hours of, I believe it's the 8 p.m. draft tomorrow night in the League of Football?
Does a Vrabel development count?
Yes.
Yep,
That would count.
8 p.m. Yep, you're correct.
Within 2 hours.
I know, because 5 is a hot time. 5 to 6 is a hot time.
I'm going to sell just because of the window.
Yeah.
But I think we are going to get some talk is going to pick up tomorrow morning in regards of trade rumors and whatnot. And I don't think it's the last we hear from Vrabel pre-draft. I think there's going to be some expansion there. But I am going to sell on the 2 hour window, Don. I'm
going to sell. This draft just seems very boring to me. I think it's going to be boring. I think all the action, like you said, is around it, other circumstances. Yeah, and it's a draft that I'm just not really as hyped or locked into. Maybe blame the Sabres of it all, or blame the lack of hype. I'm going to sell. I think this is just going to be a snoozer.
I am selling as well, and I think it's going to be because 9 to 6, we're going to be overloaded with scandal. They're going to be hitting us from every angle. They're going to be trying to get us invested in this draft. That's why all the leaks will be coming out. And those windows, they don't want to leave them for the last second. They want you invested early. They want you invested
7:30 at the NFL draft. By God, that's Diana Rossini's music.
Yes. Oh, God. The glass breaking for certain. Would you buy or sell the Bills trading out of their draft spot? I'll start off with this one. I'm going to sell. I think Bean's locked in. I think he has a plan. I think he wants a first-round talent. I think we're staying right where we are.
It's tricky just given where we are position-wise. I totally could see Bean doing this, but I just think in years past, the anticipation, and then he goes and does it. I think he's seen the fans not be too happy about such, and he knows fans weren't so happy with his last receiver pick. I think he's going to try and do something with this one here. So I'm going to buy. Or I'm sorry, sell.
I'm selling for the same reasons I said before. This draft is just kind of a snooze to me. The only guy Bills fans are going to hate this. Someone joked about taking a linebacker in the first round, but the only guy I really would like is that guy out of Texas Tech, which is a late first round, early second round. He's kind of projected. There's no one really I'm interested in trading up for, and I hope he doesn't trade out because because then it's just going to make this draft coverage boring tomorrow. Just like last year, it'll make it just like a wah, wah, wah.
Oh no, that wasn't even a wah. That was like Simba seeing the wildebeest come over like to stampede him. Like, I mean, everyone was pissed at Bean when we traded out and waited a whole day to pick again.
Yeah, that's a big reason why I don't think it happens again. Don, you said a linebacker from Texas Tech?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because some people have their eyes as Casey Concepcion. He's from Tech too, right?
Pardon my French. Yes, for sure.
Jacob Rodriguez.
Oh, yes, Rodriguez.
yeah.
He was a madman out there. We'll talk to our guy CT in a second with him. I just saw him pop in. Last but not least, on our buy or sell, Victory Smokes. Sabres winning tomorrow night in Boston.
I'm going to buy. You have to. I think backs against the wall going in, kind of. You know, Boston's been here before. Sabres haven't. I think, like I said, this is where they turn around, coming out party to show that they can dominate on the road in the playoffs. I'm going to buy.
I'm going to buy too, because here's the thing. I said I wouldn't be happy with the Sabres splitting at home. I'm not happy. Really needed those 2 games, and especially the way they looked both games. And, you know, I'd say we're lucky that we split in hindsight of it all. So we need to split. I'm going to be happy if we split on the road. That happens in game 1. You win game 1, take a little of the pressure off, where maybe we could even win 2. But if you go down 2-1 with an inexperienced team in the playoffs, it's not a great recipe. So, yeah, we got to win. Buy it.
I am buying as well. I think it really is a backs up against the wall situation. Like you said, it's like even though it would only be 2-1 in the series if they were to lose, given how Boston played in game 1, given how they squeezed in game 2, you got to get your best game out there and best 60 minutes for game 3. I think they will do so, and I am buying them winning on Thursday, tomorrow night. With that said, speaking of the networks and all these games are on, we have a guest who's in just as much demand from all these networks as these sports leagues. Make some noise for our guy CT, Chris TRAPASSO. How we doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. Sorry I couldn't join you guys in studio, but hopefully after the draft and when we get to, I guess, kind of the lull for the Bills, but what hopefully will be like the second round for the Sabres, I can get back in studio with you guys.
So I want to get into kind of a little myriad of everything real quick before we get into the Bills. I know you are still a Sabres guy. What's your key for game 3 based on what you've seen?
I think they just have to be more crisp. Like, this was a team that since mid-December or early December, like the passing, the power play passing, the coming out of their own zone to be tape to tape, it hasn't felt like that for like 95% of those first 2 games. Win game 1, they mount that late game surge in game 2 last night. I think if they just play their game and we see better, more crisp passing and not pucks in the skates, more pucks on the sticks, I think the Sabres win these next 2 games running away with it.
Wow. Okay.
Well, running away. That's what I'm talking about, Chris.
He gets it. Speaking of moving in the right direction, obviously the Joe Brady era is, I would say, officially underway with players in the building. It seems like a lot of VIPs. Excuse me. How much are you looking into? Like, there's state media essentially coming out for the Bills. And I know you're a one Bills live guy, so I'm not trying to ruin you there. But like, how much do you look into the 2-minute montages that come out? Because Slick and I were watching, and we're like, oh, CJ Gardner-Johnson like leading some of the DBs and things like that. How much are you looking into those little snippets that you see and these little early blurbs that you're getting out of these practices?
First off, I got to say one more thing about the Sabres. I love that Maniac's voice is still hoarse from game 1. Like, that is a true sign of how insane that game was.
I just tried to talk, and literally a squeal just came out as like a snickering at me over here.
He wasn't even screaming that much last night either. This is all game 1 in that voice right there.
In the Sabres of it all, we got someone saying start line. I think we should get your opinion on that too, because the goalie thing last night was a thing. It's the biggest topic today. How do you feel with that guy between the pipes?
I guess that typically you don't see goalie changes as very frequently in the playoffs. I felt like Lyon and UPL throughout the regular season were about equal. Lyon's older, has a little bit more experience, and just I think he has more confidence only because UPL's confidence seems to be pretty shot at this point. Like, a lot of soft goals last night. I would be more comfortable with Alex Lyon, the guy that's in his mid-30s, to start game 3.
I
It's
like
like
it.
we're all in
Fair
agreement.
take.
So.
Yeah, I think you need to steady the boat. The Sabres have been very unsteady, whether it's the passing, whether it's the goaltending, like you said, Chris. So anyway, we could steady the operation. Most looking to do so. So speaking of the operation, the Joe Brady operation, how much are you looking into what you're getting out of One Bills Drive right now?
I mean, I don't really look into those hype videos too much of where the guys are just running around in shorts, but I do think that your mention of CJ Gardner-Johnson is a good one. Was just seeing right before I came on that he's like going on this like kind of wild Twitter rant right now about being like anti-Philly when he was there. I love it because that's not the type of player that the Bills ever would have signed in the Sean McDermott era.
100%.
So to see that exact player leading those DB meetings and he's has Josh Allen and Dawson Knox all looking at him when he's pointing at something on the field. That's more of just trying to pick up what's between the lines necessarily more than like just seeing the players pushing sleds without pads on right now.
You're right. In the McDermott portfolio, they only wanted blue chip stocks, and CJ Gardner-Johnson's more of a crypto for sure. He definitely got some boomer bang potential, which is what we're going to see in this NFL draft. So going into it, Chris, you've obviously done the research. Make sure you're following folks, Chris TRAPASSO, all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. The golf breakdowns, I'm sure, are coming this season as well. But with that
really
said, what do you see as the priorities for the Bills? What needs to be attacked early and maybe a must in those first 100 picks?
Certainly the pass rush. Even after signing Bradley Chubb, I still think a young, cheaper edge rusher that's in the Jim Leonard mold, smaller, bursty, bendy, Von Miller type player that they really did not have in the Sean McDermott era as well. They always had the bigger, longer run defenders. I don't really care about that. I want someone that can get after the quarterback in under 2 seconds on a regular basis, probably along the defensive line as well on the interior. Although I don't think run defense is something that you need to prioritize in round one necessarily. There are a lot of big, hulking defensive tackles available later in the draft. And I am not exactly Jeremy White, but I am always on board with adding more firepower at wide receiver, even after trading for DJ Moore.
That was my next question, actually. I was going to say, what's your take on the wide receiver room? Obviously, the big addition, DJ Moore, but do they need to look at wide receivers in this draft? And if so, do you have some that you like?
So you mentioned him earlier, Slick. Casey Concepcion is my favorite idea for the Bills. It feels like he's going to be picked right in that mid-20 to maybe 26 range, where if he's on the clock, I do not care who else is available. I think the Bills should pick him. Like, he would be my primo A+ pick for them at 26. I don't know if he'll be there, and typically the Bills aren't picking my favorite player in the first round, but even if they go D-tackle or if they go edge at 26, at 91, that third rounder, I think wide receiver needs to be near the top of the priority list. And that would then mean moving off of Keon Coleman. That would be an addition by subtraction situation. I've just never been high on Coleman whatsoever. And I feel like if they do use one of their first 3 picks, they have 26, 91, and then like in the mid 120s in round 4. If they pick another wide receiver there, and I think they very well could, you have to think about, all right, with Shakir and Moore, Josh Palmer coming back, this pick, you have to move off of Keon Coleman so that's not a distraction, so you're not force-feeding him targets, because he would be 4th or 5th on the pecking order anyway in terms of getting targets in that wide receiver room.
Yeah, it seems like he's getting there anyway. I know Bunt was also high on KC Concepcion.
Bunt's a big
Maniac.
KC Concepcion guy. Why I'm a big KC Concepcion guy is that KC has been our biggest rival, our biggest thorn in our side during this whole side. So drafting a guy named KC, that's like when they got the blood from Harry Potter so they could rebuild Voldemort. That's the blood by which we are going to build our Lombardi trophy for certain. But Chris, we know that as Buffalo fans, it's just as important what our rivals do, what our competitors do in the draft. We saw that 2 years ago with Xavier Worthy. I mean, geez, people lost their minds in all of it. So I think the 2 focuses for Bills fans at this point in time would be New England and KC. For sure. So what should fans maybe be on the lookout for? What are you anticipating out of those teams? What would be the worst case scenario for Buffalo fans on the NE or the New England KC side of things?
Well, I'll start with KC because it is strange to see the Chiefs with the top 10 pick. It's like easy to forget that they ultimately went 6 and 11 last year to get that number 9 overall pick. I think the worst case scenario for the Bills when it comes to the Chiefs would be if they got one of the top tier wide receivers for Patrick Mahomes, because for as much as they might go offensive line, and that's not been good, they need edge rushers. If you get Carnell Tate or Mekhi Lemon or Jordan Tyson and Patrick Mahomes has an elite wide receiver again, now it certainly won't be Tyreek Hill, and it will take time for that receiver to mature, but I think that would not be very fun. And then and then New England after Kansas City, picking obviously way later after the Bills, more offensive tackle help, because we saw in the Super Bowl, it wasn't just the short arms of Will Campbell that were letting down Drake May, but the other side of the line, they had Morgan Moses, who was picked in the 2014 draft at right tackle. They need more help there. So if they land and ultimately get a really good offensive tackle for year 3 of Drake May, that would probably be, I don't want to say worst case scenario, but that's what Bills fans should be rooting against. Chiefs, wide receiver at 9, and then the Patriots to get a really quality offensive tackle with their selection in round 1.
All right, folks, you know what to root against as far as our competitors. But if you're looking for amazing memorabilia at the best deals, always insist on our friends at TSE Buffalo. Check them out on all socials at TSE Buffalo. They got mini signed helmets and all kinds of Buffalo Bills auctions running right now. Go to billsbids.com, sabersbids.com to check out all the TSE action. Speaking of the action, Chris, though, obviously the NFL draft is like literally one of the crazier products in the modern media day. You have Goodell, the spectacle of it all, the tunnel they walk through now with everything, the way it's evolved. I mean, the room now you have a room with like the top like 20 prospects. As we saw, Hairston was like a big storyline from last year was Hairston was like high-fiving everyone when they got picked, and they're like, oh, what a good guy this is. What are your thoughts on the modern day product that is the NFL draft? And I'm curious, because I think you take a lot of you're excited about it. Like this is a Christmas for you. I say that not trying to frame you in. What would you tinker with if they gave you the reins for a round? What would you toy around with? What would you maybe change? And what parts of it do you like most?
All right, because what you just said is absolutely spot on. This is something very detailed that bugs me, and I almost put it on mute sometimes. I hate when, whether it's Daniel Jeremiah, whatever network you're listening to, Mel Kiper, when they are definitely getting the pick tipped in their ear, but they haven't announced it yet. They haven't gone to Goodell on the stage in the first round. And they even do this in the second, third, and fourth rounds too. And then you'll hear the analyst on set say, oh man, I really think the Bills should maybe go with an explosive corner who's from Kentucky. That would be the best pick for them. And then it's Maxwell Hairston. That really bugs me when I know that they're getting it in their ear beforehand. And that would lead me to not necessarily the viewing experience being bad, but highly recommend staying off Twitter. Don't be ahead by 3 or 4 tip picks. Watch it live. It's one of the last non-sporting events, like an actual game, that we actually need to watch live to ultimately see the results. So I'm kind of an old school guy that I like to just either have it on mute so we don't get the tip picks on the broadcast, and I certainly don't check anything on social media.
I think what you just said, and as the youngins would say, raw dogging these drafts. That's the way to go in the modern day, plain and simple. Better experience.
They know a lot about that.
Stay safe, but we're raw dog.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Okay. Well, with that said, obviously, with the anticipation for the draft, we're with Chris TRAPASSO, our guru on all things. Plus, make sure, of course, you're checking out the Wife's Etsy store. Still making that rocking and rolling. With that said, don't laugh. Why are you laughing, Dodd? Listen, we support Etsy stores over here.
Yeah, we got one. Yeah,
we got one too.
I wasn't laughing at that. I wasn't.
With
the sleight of
said,
tongue. Yeah.
We're talking about excitement. We're talking about big, boom, bang prospects. Who is the prospect who could maybe go, top 20, but also might not go to round 3? And then on that note, what is the latest and what's going on with my guy, Uar Bernard?
Okay, so that player is probably Jermod McCoy, the cornerback from Tennessee. Last year, Will Johnson, the cornerback from Michigan, who actually has some ties to Buffalo, I believe his aunt and uncle lived in Buffalo, was a believed to be top 10 overall pick. Didn't go until the second round because of a knee injury. Jermod McCoy tore his ACL in 24, but there was a report, and who knows if it's a smokescreen or not, that some teams see the knee as a degenerative issue. He could fall, or he could be like the number 11 overall pick to the Dolphins. That's probably the guy that has the biggest range of outcomes in this draft. That is really a top-tier prospect on the field. In terms of Bernard, he is this freaky specimen from Nigeria, has not played football. I think he'll get drafted just because at like 6'4" and 300 pounds, he looks like a linebacker. He has like a 12 pack and looks like a Greek sculpture. So he's someone that I will like 6th or 7th round. I won't be surprised if he's ultimately drafted. He kind of looks like Slick when he takes his shirt off there down at Sunset Beach.
When they get like the 9th through 12th abs are absolutely scary to me. I could take an 8-pack, but like what you're saying, when you see that 12-pack, it's like, dude, like, come on right now. Absolutely physical specimen. And Chris, like, I mean, I'm not making this up. I'm just reading those. It could potentially be like he could potentially be drafted in the 5th and a full first-year stash potentially.
Yeah, I mean, think about the Bills just a few years ago. Travis Clayton from London, who was like a rugby guy, but just tested absolutely through the roof. And it wasn't like, oh, hey, he might, be an undrafted free agent that makes the team out of rookie minicamp. They drafted him. So there are more teams understanding like that for as much certainly skill that goes into the NFL, it's very much a athleticism, size, length, physicality game. And if you get good coaching, you can get a quality player like a Jordan Mailata of the Philadelphia Eagles, who was a rugby player from Australia, 7th rounder, and has become one of the best left tackles in the league.
Seriously, you never know what you'll get. The draft is like a box of chocolates, boys. So let's make sure we are ready for that road. Huge shout out to Chris Trapasso for joining us. So before we let you go, we've been having some fun with the Vrabel situation the last couple weeks. Obviously, like we don't want anyone like necessary to lose their jobs or whatever. Just curious your take on the Vrabel situation of it all. How it's been handled by like legacy media, which seems to be very quiet because, there's probably a lot of similar situations. I'm not saying exactly similar, but it's a lot of similar quid pro quos across the league. I'm curious about your thought and your perspective and takeaways from what you've seen on that situation.
Beyond all the hilarious memes, like the For You page on my Twitter is just absolutely hilarious. I don't really go on that tab very much, but when that was going on, like there were so many funny memes and like clips that applied from like Always Sunny in Philadelphia and so many movies that I just thought were hilarious. Beyond that, what I think is interesting, I agree with you about like the legacy media has not covered it nearly to the length that they should. I wonder if there is more to this in terms of like ramifications for the Patriots. Like, was Mike Vrabel using Diana Rossini to like orchestrate moves and drum up interest in this AJ Brown trade, in any other moves that have been involved with the Patriots the last couple of years? If you do a deep enough dive down the rabbit hole, you can see that there was a lot of nuggets that Rossini had about the Patriots or not involving the Patriots. I wonder if this is not just like, hey, a GM calls Diana Rossini or calls Adam Schefter and says, we're going to trade for LaShawn McCoy, but was really trying to almost tamper in a way when these things were not actually true, but we're trying to drum up interest. I wonder if there's anything that the NFL should ultimately look into with this, but the fact that it's been pretty quiet on the NFL front makes it seem like that won't ultimately happen.
They'll probably look into it and find nothing. That's the Patriot way that we know and love.
Yeah, get the broom, sweep under the rug. The only thing I'm hoping, and this sounds ridiculous, is that the clips are, like you kind of said, Chris, are just coming out so quickly in real time from like 3 years ago where there were guys where they haven't been able to get out in front of it yet. So maybe there's still like something bigger looming, but that would make sense to me because the way that it's being covered the rest of the way just doesn't seem to make sense, doesn't seem to add up. But things always do add up when we have our guy CT on. A huge shout out to our guy Chris Trapasso for coming. Make sure to follow CHRISTRAPASSO. Get him after him on the socials. And sir, go have a good NFL draft, and most importantly, go have a good day now.
And I'm really excited about being able to watch the draft, and then also have the Bills game on. I got to set up like the multiple TV screens. I'm super pumped for that.
Oh, it's going to be an experience tomorrow night. Can you imagine like a Tage Thompson like goal, and then all of a sudden the Bills are trading up? The region might become unglued.
God.
Yeah, it would be really fun, and we've never experienced it.
Hey, there's a first time for everything, so let's strap in for tomorrow.
I remember my
Thanks,
first.
Guys.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Chris.
Chris. Come on through.
All right.
All right. So always good to have Chris. I like how I tried to sign him up. He's like, no, I'm fucking staying.
Yeah, I'm fired up. Yeah.
He alphaed me.
He's like, no.
We love when we get alphaed by you here on Herd of Buffalo Trainwreck Sports. It's Trainwreck today, 98.
Imagine the Bills are just like, we're drafting Beck Mallenstein at linebacker.
One Buffalo.
It just shows him sitting on the bench looking at an iPad. Like, what?
And at wide receiver,
it's like when an MLB player gets traded big game, they gotta like get off the bench and like hug everyone. Like,
and at wide receiver, the Bills take Logan Stanley.
Oh my God, talk about a weapon for sure. But you're always welcome. Make sure you're following Herd of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports. Obviously, we have down our stretch run here on Trainwreck today, 98. We got a little tidbits here. Colorado fans, I mean, we can put this all on our William Matar crash outline virtually. William Matar crash outline brought to you by our friends, of course, at William Matar Law Offices. First but not last, Colorado fans shattering the glass after the no goal call. This was?
Yeah. So, or no, it was a stop on a penalty shot.
They got to stop at the Kings, and then they broke the glass.
Behind the Kings bench, too, and the glass showered like all over their coach.
We want to show you the footage. We can't show you the footage. Make sure you look it up on your own. It's pretty great. It's funny because I came in. I'm bitching to the.
That was him getting it. That was him getting hit by the glass.
It was. It looked like
I just did it exactly.
Looks like he got hit in the back with a buckshot from Dick Cheney or something. But yeah,
it was like when Roman Reigns got hit by Rollins on the field.
Yeah, unbelievable.
But yeah, so I mean, pretty surreal. That's the only thing that sucks. I love the NHL playoffs. I love watching all these games. It just sucks with the West Coast games sometimes they go on so late.
Are you laughing at his voice, Rachel?
Rachel's laughing is because my voice is cracking out like 68 times in a second.
Just a little bit.
You want to show me your face right now. But I am crashing out, not because of that. Wemby concussion?
Yeah,
what happened to the alien?
Can
aliens get concussions?
Drew Holiday, alleged nice guy, he's responsible for this madness. I woke up and I saw that the Trailblazers won. I thought Wemby had to have something happen to him. What the hell is going on? The Trailblazers, even it being in this scenario, shout out to them though, playing good ball.
Apparently it was Holiday and him collided, and then Wemby fell on his head. So it's like a little weird.
Oh, jeez. And that the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So that'd be a big fall for the alien, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But do you think he has a shot at the MVP by any chance?
Yeah.
You don't think SGA has it locked up necessarily?
Pretty locked up. He has a little shot.
I think he's got a shot.
15% shot.
Yeah. Sorry, Don. What do you got?
I was going to say, we did get a crash out text during the show.
Let's go.
I got it ready. It's from a familiar guy. I had to look at the number, but I kind of have it memorized by now.
Memorized.
Mendez reaching out. People blaming Josh Allen when UPL let up 7 goals in 2 games has to be rage bait, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I saw memes saying that Josh should not be allowed at a Sabres game again. I mean, what are we doing, Buffalo?
Josh is just very popular. It's like saying Beyonce sucks. Like if you could say Josh Allen sucks, it's fun to do.
I'm not blaming him with my take about the Bills and Sabres, keeping the pools separate, at least in terms of like the fan experience or whatever. But yeah, that's got to be rage bait. It's funny. I think our buy or sell last week, I said buy or sell lining up 3 goals a game, and UPL is at that point now, lining up 3 and 4. So. Yeah, that is a staggering stat brought to us by Mendez.
And it all flips very quickly. UPL in game 1 played well. I'm sorry. People are going to be pissy about it. He played well in game 1. He had 2 goals through 59-50. He played well. He played like shit in game 2, and we can't risk him playing like shit in Boston twice. We need to get UPL in there, or Lyon in there and say shit.
Swayman, who's supposedly the superhero at goalie, is let in 6 in 2 games.
Yeah.
One less than UPL. So, yeah. Goes to show.
Yeah, empty netter.
Oh yeah, empty net. Sure.
But the thing
still
is,
counts on the stat sheet.
I mean, like we can go back to the Sabres this all day and crash it, but like the traffic in front, the zone entries on the power play, you get a little bit better goaltending. I think we're in a fine spot. So we will take a look at that. No need to crash anymore about them. Mets fans, they have no respite. It's April 22nd, 12 straight losses.
I'm so sorry, Rob Ryan.
The question I'm asking both of you right now, because this is all that matters. When do we flip the switch and we're betting the Mets every game?
I think
for like 10 straight. Is it now?
It feels like now, right? It would have to be like 12 straight.
Like now?
Yeah.
See who
do we got today, Don? Give me a one line, money line, everything.
Loyalists of the show will remember when we jumped on the Panthers at exactly the right time. The lowest the stock was.
Yeah, and they made the playoffs. So Mets fans might need this.
Mets fans need this.
We can do you a solid, Mets fans.
Metropolitans.
So they're playing the sandwich, the meat in the sandwich of a 3-game series with the Twins today, 7:10 10. Let's check out the line. It is. What do we think it is? What do we think it
Mets
is?
minus 120.
Are they at home?
Mets minus 160.
Okay, see, so boys,
They're catching
They're
up.
at home.
They're ahead of the curve, but
Did
if
we
it's going to
miss?
happen, a win is a win. We pound.
I agree. I think we might even.
They lost yesterday to the Minnesota Twins, who are 12-11.
Yeah.
So are very much
What are the
in
Mets
the mix.
4
Oh my God,
14?
another
7-16.
7-1-6.
Oh,
When the stars align, boys.
Something good is
but
happening
I'm not
right
crashing
now.
out anymore now that I know that. Thank you, Crash Out Line. Last but not least, you guys are diamonds in my eyes. Did you hear about this Diamond Arena?
No.
Las Vegas Diamond Arena.
Oh, yes.
Proposed 21,000 seat arena for a future NBA expansion team, south end of the Vegas Strip. I mean,
Oh wow. So they
non-casino ownership, private lot for your private jet. Fly right in, and you can walk right into the game.
Oh my God.
That is insanity.
Diamond
So
Arena.
what? There's
Yeah, I
gonna
know,
be a
dude.
tarmac right next to the fucking arena.
You were tired of being inconvenienced by having to get in a big black suburban vehicle and drive 17 minutes to your luxury box? Don't worry anymore. Right off the plane and into the arena.
How is anyone else going to get in
Looks
when there's
crazy.
a plane taxiing on the tarmac right outside the arena?
Can you
Also,
imagine like a Money in the Bank in Diamond Arena?
oh my God, can you imagine like Seth Rollins getting like let off the jet and like walking
That'd be
in with the
sick.
briefcase
That'd
or
be
something?
sick.
By
Also,
the-
wow, someone flying in
yes.
to cash in the Money in the Bank would be unbelievable.
Yeah, that would be insane.
All I see is another spot for Fish to have a 10-day residency in
Well,
Vegas.
John, book, John.
Okay, no.
They'll be the first residents.
Yeah.
Also, does this mean I saw that there was NBA Players Association or coaching managers voting on expansion teams?
Oh yeah.
Does this mean that they're settled on Vegas?
Not officially yet. It's all perspective.
Because
It's all
Seattle's
perspective.
still potential. There's still
this is
potential
just
there, right?
This is just a proposal.
Gotcha. I
But
mean,
again-
like, oh, so we might not see the PJ at the arena anytime soon, but I hope so because that would add some spectacle to the NBA.
Yep. Get the aces in there. Get the aces in the Diamond Arena.
I mean, that would be sick.
That
for sure.
would be
Get
sweet.
Caitlin
Take
Clark to
Cage
Vegas.
to be in there for
Oh
sure.
yeah, big time. He'd be on the PJ.
So, huge shout out to everybody who chimed in today. We had Mendez, we had Chris TRAPASSO, had our Picasso's vlog. A huge shout out there. Obviously, make sure you're getting those Picasso's orders in for tomorrow night and for Thursday night. And obviously, I know we've been building it up big time. Friday, we will be debuting our Picasso's $25 gift card giveaways for the most electric comment in the YouTube chat. So going forward, in every episode that we cite, we'll be giving away $25 Picasso's gift cards. So stay tuned for that. We're excited. Partners with Picasso's. Can't wait to get the season
For
started.
just YouTube?
Just YouTube.
Okay.
Just
YouTube.
Just
We're
YouTube. Listen,
clarifying
that's the
that.
price of doing business. Picasso's loves the big play button. All
Yeah.
right, you know that's what it's all
let's
about.
go.
So listen, we love Picasso's too. Magic dust on that magic pizza, baby. So with that said, again, a couple more plugs. Make sure you're checking out our Etsy store, Taginator. Yeah, well, it is fall last night. I hate to say it. And obviously, many more designs there. We have a massive, massive night tomorrow, which we'd love to spend with you at Rec Room Buffalo on Chippewa. We'll have the NFL draft. We'll have game 3 of Bruins Sabres. What chaos is happening by, I heard? You hear about this?
No.
Allegedly. I heard the What Chaos show crew is stopping by.
Oh.
I don't know. Hands up, double hands up. Not on the wall, fisted up. Just double hands up on this one. So,
breaking news. Okay.
bottom line is whether they're there or not, we want you there at Rec Room on Chippewa. We'll be having a great time. Giveaways, fun, and more. But with that said, boys, just about a day. Huge shout out to Slick. Huge shout out to Don. We got Rachel. Rachel, any thoughts? How do we do today? I know we're running a little bit over.
That's okay. I think it was a good show today, guys.
Wow. Let's go. There it is. And the chairman nods in approval. We love your nod of approval. Again, make sure you're following Herd of Buffalo, Trainwreck Sports. Make sure you are strapped in for all our content, Crossing Swords. We've got Gatesy with Pete Blackburn. So that'll be a big preview before Game 3. Obviously, the Game 3 tilt tied up at 1-1. Gatesy and Pete Blackburn going head-to-head with their Sabres and Bruins takes before that big matchup. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss all of the action tomorrow night. And, of course, the thing you don't want to miss out on is having a good day now. All right, I'm out of field.
I'm sorry. All.
Just gonna do a quick promo. Oh, it's got a switch?
Yeah.